Last week, America celebrated Thanksgiving, and in my house, this was a really big deal. If you've listened to our podcast this year, you knew about my husband's illness this past spring. I have to say, he's back to 100%. Thank you. I did not share with you that another close family member was diagnosed with cancer early summer. Again, they are back to 100% as well. I guess you could say I have a lot to be thankful for this year. And really I do. But that's my personal year of thanks. What I wanted to share with you this episode is the thanks to all of you for making the podcast a great success.
Welcome to G.E.B. Johnson Podcast with your host, Janola Johnson. Here, you will hear about finding the right career to fit your purpose and mastering your mindset. This is where you will learn how to take control of your life and make it happen.
When I first started the G.E.B. Johnson podcast, I was not in the right frame of mind. I had experienced some things in my career that made me really angry. A lesson to everyone: don't start something when you're angry. However, you can allow that fuel to motivate you to change. To make a change in someone else's life, actually. I took a break and pivoted. Now my mission is to help you find your purpose, whether in another career, another industry, or a small business. Regardless, I am here to help you make the decision for your own self-improvement. Once the decision to pivot to a more direct direction for my business, the floodgates opened. We have over 80 blog posts ranging on topics from resumes, LinkedIn, passions, and purposes. But the highlights have been interviewing experienced and masterful guests. I know before I began my blog and moved into podcasting, I had the Monday morning blues. I also know many of you had them as well. Therefore, I brought on Nicolette Barrett of iRock Resumes to talk with you on the Monday Morning Cure, episode number 53. Nicolette shared much needed advice on this cure. As I worked through my journey of improving my own success formula, I remembered I had a book, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Within a couple of days of refreshing on Hill's philosophies, I interviewed Carl Moose in Finding, Maintaining, and Sustaining Your Focus, episode number 52. It was so enjoyable that he invited me back in September for a 16-week book study of Think and Grow Rich. This has deepened my understanding of this philosophy. I wanted to bring in expert guests for you, so we talked to Angela Marshall, Standing Out from the Crowd with Your Resume, episode number 37, Navigating Through Academic Writing with Michelle Thompson, episode number 48. I brought her on for those writers out there who wanted to turn this into a career. With that, we talked with David De Niro with the business of freelancing. Freelancing can be very lucrative, and understanding the business side is important for your success. As the podcast began to take shape, I realized that mindset is a big part of getting anything done. As Henry Ford once quoted, "Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right." So we ventured off into understanding how anger can help you make wise decisions with Loretta Brewing, episode number 46. Remember, in the beginning I said I was angry when I started? Well, I did use that to make a wise decision to pivot to this direction in helping you make the right decisions. Having the right mindset included Appreciating the Moment with Sean Anderson, episode number 43, Understanding Your Core Values, episode number 38 with Jason Wesser, Identifying Your Creative Calling with the dynamic Retief Gorfine, episode number 49, and helping you to just figure out what to do exactly with your life, episode number 32 with Mark Miller, and Healing Your Energy with Mark Hernandez, number 47. I knew some of you wanted core business advice in addition to freelancing. So I brought on my very own VA, Deanna Pippinger, episode number 36, in Becoming a VA. Then I personally shared with you the importance of branding you, episode number 40, how I started my blog under $100, what is drop shipping, how to hire a career coach, and for the educators listening, how to turn what you do into a business. And my favorite and most popular blog posts were how to have a blog without writing. This year's guests have been so beneficial to me, and I know all of you benefited from them. So please head on over to your favorite podcast app and check out all of the episodes. The G.E.B. Johnson podcast now has its very own website. Yay! You can still get the links to the podcast from gebjohnson.com/podcast. But the G.E.B. Johnson podcast can now open up more goodies shared by the guests that just wouldn't fit into the show notes sections of your podcast app. So visit us there, gebjohnsonpodcast.com. I look forward to next year's guests and even more exciting interviews. If you have someone you'd like for us to interview or you'd like to share an insight with us, please email us at janola@gebjohnson.com or contact us at gebjohnsonpodcast.com. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next week.